That looks about right. Alright, sounds going. I'll just as needed. Alright, checking to run this. That's fine. Alright, let me just post on Twitter that I'm streaming. And we will get going, guys. Stream's going now. Alright, hey guys, I'm Chief. This is Save the Day. It's not the newest game in the world, and it's not the oldest game in the world. It's actually a game that, I picked, I heard about it, I want to say, a couple years ago. I don't know, I know I've known of this game for a while. Anyways, I heard about it, and I was like, time travel? Something awful happening to your date? Continuously trying to fix it? That sounds exactly like something I would play. So, here we are. And start game. Ring ring. Alright, we got menu, quick save, quick load. Quick save immediately. That way I cannot undo the progress I've done by starting. Let's see, menus, got the saves. I'll never remember quick load, but I'll remember menu. Alright. And controls to skip. Does that stay up there the whole time? Nope. Oh yeah, it does. Sweet. Our phone is a ringing, guys. Felicia, hello? Oh really? You must be calling you out tonight. Am I Felicia or who's Felicia? Hey, I keep reading that as Edgelord Freeman, and then I just think of a really hardcore Morgan Freeman, and then I remember that Morgan Freeman is still Morgan Freeman, so that's not a thing. Anyways, hi Algorda. Alright, so somebody's calling someone to ask where we were meeting. We were planning on having dinner, but we never decided where. See, that's normally something I cover in the conversation regarding to dinner. It's alright, I'm interested in food, you're interested in food. What kind of food are we both? Edgelord Freeman. See, now I'm just thinking of the edgiest Morgan Freeman role. But normally all of his are pretty chipper. No, there's been 2 or 3 years where it's I'm sorry, Mr. Freeman, we've offended you. Please do not remake the planet. We'll try to fix this. Anyways, but yeah, in the agreeing on a date process, usually the decision of, hey, who can eat what and who likes what comes up. Alright, burger, Thai food, tacos, or just blow her off like a complete jerk. I'm assuming that we're the person they're on the date with. I've never actually had Thai food, so let's go for that. Oh, she's also never... Okay, so Felicia's apparently me. That sounds fun. Always want to try Thai food. This will be fun. Are you ready to order? Maybe the server, even though that doesn't fit the setting at all. You know, Gaben needs to call some people about Half-Life 3. Because I don't care if they announce it and then never finish it. I just want them to announce it, and then we can see literally all of the internet just explode. It would be the best thing ever, but also really horrifying. I'm pretty sure somebody would write a paper on it and be fascinating to read. Alright, I think so. This picture for Pad Thai looks amazing. Go have it. What are you having? Alright, we have Pad Thai. I don't know if I'm saying that right, by the way. Some yellow curry chicken, I think. Shrimp fried rice sounds good. Let's go with that. You know, I don't get to have curry stuff that often. Actually, the only time I've had it is when I put it in something else that was not Thai food at all. So let's go with that. That sounds pretty good too, but no, I'm sticking with my first choice. Alright, eventually dinner arrives. Felicia dives into her meal like a freaking raptor, just jumping on some poor fool. Oh, this is delicious. We should have done this a long time ago. How long have we known each other, Felicia? I have questions. So glad we were able to meet tonight. Do you know why I wanted to do this? I'm assuming because I'm hot stuff. Oh good, that makes things easier. You're fired. It'd be so terrible if it turned out that she was our sweet games. Yeah, although sometimes you can make games and money out of said games, so I gotta keep the dream alive for Half-Life 3. Also, as you guys can tell, I'm still getting over the cough and stuff I have, and I'm apparently gonna be stuffy for the rest of the day. She actually looks flustered for a moment. Oh, Felicia. I'm gonna assume we're on a date with Felicia Day, by the way, because I can. I've been really wanting to ask you, well... Sorry, this is hard to say. Can I have your cat? Felicia pauses for a moment and takes a deep breath. Really hard to say. I'm not feeling... Are there peanuts in that dish or something? I don't... Felicia, you have an allergy and you're not asking people, hey, does this have this in it? You're in a Thai place. There's like peanut oil and everything. She topples face first into her food. Best first date ever had. The rest of the evening is a blur of ambulances and yelling, but somehow you feel like you already know what was coming. Or what is coming. Not really surprised when the ashen-faced medical technician comes to tell you what you already basically know. Felicia had a severe peanut allergy, and it killed her. Dun, 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 dun. And that's the end of our date! Alright. Now, I want to say our goal is to basically keep going through scenarios until we can, like, have Felicia not die, because why would anybody want Felicia? It's Felicia Day. She's adorable. And I want to say we have information from the last run that we did, so I'm going to test that. Alright, so we're gonna sound like see, we can tell her the pad thai has peanuts in it. I have no idea how we're gonna play down knowing her allergy, but you know, whatever. Wait, for real? Oh wow, I'm glad you told me. She's like super allergic to peanuts. They could have been really bad. Yeah, probably like me and my peach allergy. By the way, growing up with a peach allergy, you know how people like to shove random fruits into Jell-O? Schools love to throw peaches in there, and yeah, just got used to the nurse's office. Actually, it was kind of silly how they found out. I was little, I saw elephants on TV and decided I wanted to be an elephant when I grew up. Oh, Felicia. You're adorable. So I ate some peanuts that my dad had left out. And my face swelled up and got all puffy, and I was convinced that it was me turning, or that this was me turning into an elephant just like I planned. That is... Yes, that's exactly how that works. You just turn into an elephant. So I stumbled out into the living room with my face like twice its normal size and slurred out, I'm gonna pretend she was drunk. Look, Mama, hey, I'm gonna be an elephant. Oh my gosh. I'm imagining it sounds more like somebody trying to speak through a flattened straw, because, like, literally your face is towards the normal size. That doesn't... It doesn't sound like words. After I got back from the emergency room, we laughed about that for years. Oh, Felicia. She looks almost wistful. How'd you know I was allergic? I don't think I ever told anyone at school. See? That's the concern. That last answer is literally the best answer on this list, but I don't know if we can give it. I didn't. I was just making a joke, and I guess we got lucky. I'm actually a wizard. I'm actually from the future. I'm psychic. I reloaded from the script. What was that supposed to mean? I don't understand what you just said. What exactly do you mean reloaded? Nothing, I guess. Sorry, I was making a joke. Ignore me. I mean, this is a video game. You died, I got a game over, and so I hit reload so I could try different choices. I want this path so we're doing it. That sounds kind of far-fetched. But wow, it would be nice just to be able to hit reload in our mistakes, huh? Don't take this the wrong way, but I still think you're sort of full of it. But I do really appreciate the part where you know, saved my life and all. But I don't understand why you then turn around and give such an implausible explanation for how you did it. Whole thing feels like one big setup for a super elaborate practical joke. Like, as soon as I do something embarrassing, like saying that I believe you, hidden cameraman will jump out. That'd be sure, which, I mean, honestly, that'd be a pretty cool date, minus the embarrassment. Next thing I know, I'll be the next YouTube sensation, Gullible Girl with 6 million hits. Oh, did we go with this? Right. Okay, got one. Now what? Tell you what it is. What? That's a pretty lame trick. I mean, the word was perist. I don't know how to pronounce this. I'm gonna guess it's peristalsis. What does that mean? Hold on. Peristalsis. The involuntary constriction, relaxation of the muscle of the intestines or another canal, creating wave-like movements that push contents into the canal forward. Awesome. Okay, so she's probably a med student. That's what's convinced me. Yeah, I guess you're right. Sorry, not very good at this. It's, yeah, we need to know it for next time. I like how I immediately went, like, fourth wall breaking for this. That's supposed to mean for next time what? Next time I reload my save. Next time we have this conversation, it doesn't matter. You're about to... Is she? Sorry, I can see... I can go with that middle one, because I don't want to assume she's gonna die. That'd be rude. What, do you think you could just back up and reload your life every time you... I would love to make a mistake and just basically... Like, yeah, I'm gonna reset this. Okay then, go ahead. I think you're full of it. Soon you make mistakes before, you live with them the same as the rest of us. You can just back up and fix everything. Go ahead, I'll wait. I'm waiting. Are you just gonna sit there all night now, or what? I thought you were going to reload or whatever. Going to give you time. Change your mind. I want to see what happened here before I reload. Okay, I admit it. I lied to you. I was just making things up. Waiting for an actual game over to make sure I haven't missed any important details from this conversation. Yeah, we're gonna keep going with this one, because I've chosen this path. What does that even mean? I say game over to you. Does that count? This is the weirdest dinner ever. Whoa, what? Suddenly, the restaurant's full of yelling, and there are shiny pieces of metal flying everywhere. Your last thought is something like, why are there ninjas in a Thai restaurant? Ninjas are Japanese. Where you were hit in the head with a nunchuck and everything goes dark. Oh! Here do you find out what the attack was all about? That underworld power struggle? Oddly themed game warfare? Sinister Naruto cosplayers. Probably that last one. And it doesn't really matter. 12 people died in the attack. Felicia was one of them. And you never even found out what it was about. Our day allegedly ended in disaster. Alright, do you guys want to keep working on the Thai place, or should we try one of the other ones? Like, I'm tempted to keep going fourth wall breaking. But next time I'll probably, like, tell her the peanut thing and then find a way around it. It's so we'll go Thai one more time. Alright, next round we'll do taco night. Order. That's got peanuts. Story about the elephant stuff. I was making a joke. Oh, that's some luck then. Maybe you should buy a lottery ticket or something. Maybe I should have you buy me a lottery ticket or something. That's the right option there. Anyway, where were we? Another fine dinner. Actually, I think maybe we should go. All this in this place goes noodles. That implies that we know death is going to happen. The rest of dinner was uneventful. He's a bit spooked by her near-death experience, and you finish out the meal talking about meaningless trivialities. Suddenly, the restaurant's full of yelling, and the Naruto cosplayers are back! Dang it! Why is the Thai place full of Naruto I don't care if they're not actually Naruto cosplayers. Oh, eventually you just get options of now. Alright, we're doing Taco Night. Hooray for Taco Night! It's a good idea. Everything's better at tacos. There are good things about this place, and I hear they got a new chef recently too. Well, that's never a good sentence. I really like how they're out on the docks like this, and we're eating right out. Alright, so the chef is going to somehow give her violent food poisoning, and then she's going to fall into the water and get eaten by a shark. That's my call. Where do you want to sit? So now I feel like I have to make my own personal decisions about this. I mean, the problem with the patio is insects. I prefer sitting near windows. Booths are very comfy. We'll do window. Two of you sit down at a table near a giant window where you can look out over the water. And then a sharktopus comes through the window. If you haven't seen the Sharktopus movie, you did not have the childhood that I did. So it's just starting to set and the waves are turning gold-colored. The effect is quite beautiful. Okay, let's have some tacos. Do you have any recommendations? Their fish tacos are amazing, but I'm open. Don't eat the fish tacos, because they're going to undercook the fish, and... No. No to either of those! Like, if the fish is undercooked, I want to say saltwater fish is the one that kills you if you eat it undercooked. Or actually, it gives you like a parasite, and then awful things happen. Anyways, but then undercooked chicken will also kind of ruin your day. So let's go for a fiesta salad with mango. Alright, she likes mango, which means she's probably not allergic to it. Now I entered this dinner with a resolution to eat fish tacos. Felicia, no! What do you think of me if I cast aside my ambitions so lightly? Fish tacos, please. She's gonna swallow, like, a fish bone or something and die. I hope I don't sound obsessed to you. For some reason, I'm really excited about tacos tonight. I'm not normally this obsessive, honest. I mean, you didn't sound obsessive until you started using the word obsessive a lot. Do you ever get like that? Obsess over some particular thing you want to the exclusion of everything else? Yeah, I can be pretty single-minded. We'll be honest. Yeah, I guess. Oh, what's that? What's out the window? It's a Sharknado. Are those dolphins? I think those are dolphins. No, it's a Sharknado. All I hear is she runs to the railing to look out over the ocean and falls in and gets eaten by a shark. It's dolphins! Oh, I'm so glad we came here tonight. This is so awesome. You're seeing quite like... Actually, yes, I've seen dolphins up close because we went snorkeling in Key West. That's incredible. Once maybe, this sort of thing doesn't happen often. A lot, actually. Every time I've been here, I'm just dead to it. I don't care about dolphins anymore. Gaze out the picturesque scene for a moment longer, and then several things happen all at once. Alright, get ready for it. Sharknado was boring, but it was also so absurd that at the moments where it gave me the things that were just really over the top, I just thoroughly enjoyed it. Also, I want to find an English version of Tokyo Fish Shark Attack. I must say it's Tokyo Fish Attack. But, like, you can't find an English sub or dub of it anywhere, and I've been hunting for that for months. It's an obsession. She talked about obsessions, that's mine. I keep seeing clips of it, and I'm like, I need this in my life. She gives up. Okay. Whoa, what's happening? Too quickly for you to react, and yet somehow, with agonizing slowness, the railing, and in fact, the whole patio collapses into the sea. Felicia tries to jump for safety as soon as she feels everything begin to move. But not quite quick enough, you lose sight of her in the churning water amidst all the debris from the deck. Felicia Day, not rolling 20s on this. Tremors is the best movie series of all time. At least in my opinion, and I stand by that to the point where I can quote the entire first Tremors movie while watching it. Like, I just say they're saying the lines before they say the lines. I might, like, anybody in the room is just gonna be like, can you please stop this? I'm trying to watch this movie. There was the last time you saw her. The currents near there are known to be treacherous. They never did manage to find a body. So she was abducted by fishermen. She's fine. Or taken in a disaster. Alright. Can we... I wonder if there's a way to save her on, like, each date night. Alright, let's try Taco Night again. Good idea. Everything's better. Tacos. Things. Booth. Maybe they'll get her away from the dolphins. Also, I really like the art style in the background. Like, there's not stuff actively happening on screen. We don't see faces, but I still like the imagery and stuff. Alright, they bring the stuff. The fish tacos are amazing, but I'm open to their options. She's probably gonna... Let's both have fish tacos. I said they're to die for, which means somebody's going to die eating them. I'm waiting for this to happen. Alright, you convinced me. I'll have them too. Obsessed. Obsessive. I'll say the same answer. No! Let's see how she reacts to that. Turns around, obviously a bit surprised at your tone, but immediately takes a step to the left. Why, was I in your way, or— Holy crap! First on the deck where she was standing, abruptly collapses into the water. Alright, this time I'm just gonna lie and say I'm psychic. I was almost standing there. Holy crap, that was close! I could have died! Yeah, you do a lot. Ooh, what's that movie about? Uzumaki. I'll look that up later. I'm on a constant quest to add to my list of movies and anime and other things to watch that I'll never actually finish. Oh no, this is the thing where she's like, how'd you know? Alright, I'm not gonna be able to back up being psychic if I say I'm psychic. The save game thing freaks her out. I'm a wizard. Gotcha, no, just kidding. Suddenly interrupted by screaming and the sound of a lot of things breaking. First thought is that suddenly there are snakes everywhere. Wait, what? Are there? And I thought you realized your mistake is actually just tentacles. That's not... I mean, you're not wrongish. They're like fish danger needles. Countless tentacles coming in from every window and opening, boiling up from the roiling... The old gods do not want us to have the state, alright? Just accept it. Beneath the restaurant, a snake stall, you think to yourself, Felicia's pulled out of a window with a tentacle wrapped around her over a foot in diameter. Felicia, what did you do to Fates? I want to say I've read the Junji Ito story, or series. That sounds really familiar. Just a sea monster. Just a regular sea monster. Alright, we're doing fish. We gotta do taco again. See, now we have, like, Cthulhu and or the Kraken coming out of the water, so I'm sort of determined. Alright, where we sit doesn't matter. I think. Let's do the patio out of curiosity. Alright, she finds the free one. Can we agree that that option right there doesn't actually matter? I have recommendation. Yeah, the food I picked doesn't seem to matter. Let's say I'm not ready. Haha, yeah, I guess. Oh, what's that? Alright, we saved her life with that one. Sarah from the future. Oh, wow, really? Are you serious? That's a pretty incredible claim. Can we prove that? I mean, I'm really grateful that you just saved my life and all. Tomorrow's winning lottery ticket. Giants. Go in the playoffs again. Or the Game of Thrones season's not very good. Okay, that's pretty convincing. You have no way of validating that until tomorrow. Probably tomorrow. There you go. Pause us for a moment. The only sound, the hustle and bustle of the restaurant, punctuated by a brief clatter as one of the servers stumbles and drops a stack of plates. Felicia seems not to notice. I'm kind of rattled from tonight. Anyways, let's go home and I'll call you tomorrow. After I've checked the winning numbers. Finish tacos and head out. We made it far from the front for the door though. No! When a car crashes to the front of the restaurant. No! We're right in front of the car. Of course we are. We float to the side, but Felicia's not so lucky. Ambulance arrives quickly, but she doesn't even make it to the hospital. We're succumbing to internal bleeding and a punctured lung. Let's try this. What do you mean too dangerous? Some kind of weird joke you're playing on me? You're really telling you're joking or when you really mean something. No, honey, we've seen you die quite a few times. I was just thinking maybe we could go for a drive or something so dinner. Dinner night, you'll die. I can't put any play in that. Tail changer, come with me if you want to live. Let's go with that one. It'll be fun after, but before we do that, I'm actually kind of hungry. You did promise we'd meet somewhere for dinner tonight. Oh, you had dinner first and drive after. Ah! Alright, I gotta be serious. A weird death threat? What's going on? You're kind of starting to creep me out. It's complicated. No, I'm not kidding. You're in terrible danger and we need to get you somewhere safe. No, there's a lot I don't know about what's going on, but I do know this. Go to dinner tonight. One or maybe both of us are going to end up dead. Okay, fine, dinner it is. Don't blame me for how it is, though. Okay, let's go with the first one. Okay, this is all pretty weird. You seem pretty insistent that dinner tonight would be disastrous. I feel like I'd be an idiot to just ignore someone talking about me dying. This isn't the kind of thing that happens in real life, you know? Someone I've known for a while just coming up and telling me that I'm going to die tonight. I mean, what's going to happen? What makes you think I'm going to die? We've seen it like 7 times, Felicia. I forgot about that X-Files episode, to be honest. Alright. We're going to dinner. Not a war zone. What's the worst can happen on a simple dinner? Oh, these are all the deaths that we've seen. Let's start with peanut allergy. You worry tonight. That's clearly not going to happen. You didn't come up with that. Have you just been sitting home today, coming up with things that could go wrong tonight? Lighten up, we're just having dinner. There's not a whole lot that can actually go wrong with dinner. Let's try to convince her. No, really, you're going to die. What can I do to convince you that this is a bad idea? Okay, let me turn around there. What can you do to convince me that going to dinner is a bad idea? Sitting here at home after a completely near-death experience-free day, it's hard to imagine anything really bad happening like you're saying. I constantly expect near-death experiences, don't worry. So what can you say to make me believe you that actually I'm in terrible danger? Somehow you're the only one who knows anything about it. Not much, I guess. Alright, so we're on fourth wall breaking where she picks a random thing. You're missing your dad, and I used to fantasize about getting him and your mother back together. I don't know that, so I don't feel like I can pick that option. There's a pause and the sound of something rifling through the pages of the book. Okay, I'll play along. I'm not sure what this will prove, though. And pick here, just open it to a random page. Now what? Are we doing some kind of fortune cookie thing here? Page 144, the first sentence is, what pulling wobblers mean, he said. What book is that? Sure, this is about our future, but there it is. So now what? Actually, I think I know what. I think I'm going to go have dinner. I think you successfully convinced me that we shouldn't have dinner together. Just too weirded out now. Talk about this later, I guess. This has all been very strange. You almost just sound of an airplane getting no! Airplane getting closer and closer, followed by one of the loudest noises you have ever heard. TV in the background switches to the emergency report about the plane crash and fires that are happening right now. Before the news confirms it, though, you have a pretty good idea of who the plane crashed on top of. Didn't even get to the date, it's still in a disaster. Alright, Felicia, this is destined. Alright. Let's go see if Taco Night is survivable in any way. Alright, where we sit doesn't actually matter. I'm going Fiesta Salad because I can. I don't think that one matters. Alright, so quick save. 2 steps to the left. And then, wow, that's some luck. Maybe you should buy a lottery ticket. Buy her a lottery ticket. Yeah, let's try bouncing. With the eerie hunches, let's head out. Finish tacos and head out. No! All we had to do was not have tacos! Alright. Let's go with this one. We've technically had this conversation before. Okay, so we're right about the word. What? How did you? That's really eerie. Okay, let's assume I accept for the moment that there is at least enough weird crap going on that I should take things at face value. You should. What is this all about? Don't worry, Felicia. We're gonna save you. You're a character in a video game. I'm trying to win, but when you die, I get a game over. Suppose computer simulation, I'm kind of like Neo. You're not actually real. I'm trying to figure out how to stop you from dying all the time. Most of that one. You should help me solve a puzzle. I think I know what to do, but you keep accusing me of being a I'm gonna get to the crazy stalker one. But didn't you already do that? You already saved my life tonight. Should be safe now. I don't know what happens here. This is the first time I've gotten this far. Well, now if we stay here, staying here is bad news. Actually, no, you're still going to die. It's kind of a bad day for you. Oh. That sucks. I guess in that case, I don't even feel guilty about ordering dessert at least. Hey, this isn't some trick or something, is it? The part where you saved my life and then knew the word I was thinking of was kind of convincing. But I'm going to be kind of mad if it turns out that I blew my diet for nothing. And screams breaking. Take it! F9. Then even gets you killed too. So what's my plan? Let's make an empty slot for this one. I don't have one. See how far this branch goes and reload. Look for clues so that when I reload maybe we won't get... Let's do that one. Oh, I guess that sounds reasonable. Totally not happy about the me dying part of this plan. I'm still not totally sure this isn't some stupid trick you're playing. I wouldn't imagine that my life... That's a little different than what she said before. Very fun that my life just got a lot more short. If you find any clues, okay? Alright, screaming. Nope, no. I don't have one. Oh, we're not being passive. We're very actively getting you killed repeatedly. I'm full of it, apparently. Such me believe that you know I'm going to die, and now you're just going to sit and watch. This has to be a joke, you know. That's not you. You're actually about to die, you wouldn't just be sitting there. You're doing something. You're talking this... or taking this all way too calmly to be real. What kind of person can sit there and watch someone die so emotionlessly? A pretty dirty trick. So I'm right, aren't I? Let's... half right. Alright, do our answers there affect anything? I don't think they do. Alright. So I feel like... yes, the Dark Souls of Dex Avengers. Alright. She hurts that she canceled her plans. When you see her the next day, she's friendly though. There's a barrier between you now. You remain friendly acquaintances. As far as it ever goes, you never do manage to ask her to dinner again. Eventually she starts seeing someone else. Years later, they have started a life together. Extremely happy. Try not to envy them, but sometimes you wonder if things might have gone differently. Never got a date. Alright, well, we got that ending. Let's see if we can make it out of the Thai place alive. And then we're gonna go for burgers. I don't think we can save fish. I wish we could. That has peanuts. Let's quick save. She thinks we're full of it. Alright, we got that right. I feel like this conversation is going to go the same as the other one did, though. Let's try this one. Serious. You're serious? What are you doing to make me think you were a stalker? Alright, I'm gonna reload because technically we haven't done that. Neat, then you know Kung Fu. A bunch of numbers to your Neo Vision. Staying cool since you're the one. Doesn't work that way. So then what now? Lied to some crazy mind reading trick that you claim was done because you rebooted the universe. What comes next? In a ridiculous fashion. Oh, that's not good. And then awful things. Dang it! Actually, let's go with that quick load. You're not real. Okay. What does this mean exactly? Take Philosophy 101, sure. There'll be brains in jars, having simulations or whatever. You know, just the best of the possibilities. Because you're saying computer programs that only think... They're people, but the illusion is good enough that I can't tell. How does that affect me? For that matter, how do you know that you aren't even real? I just think you played a game with me, and you're really part of a different game with someone else. Alright, now we're getting kind of meta. Save over fish tacos. Possible. I haven't almost died today, though, so my games are more boring than yours, at least. No, I'm pretty sure you're the one in the game. I pushed a button on my screen to say this, so I'm definitely playing a game. What, your game has buttons? Nice call. They want their... Hey, excuse you. I like buttons, Felicia. My game is state-of-the-art, voice-activated, hyper-threaded, real-time, reality-based gameplay. Take that. Ah. And then chaos. Oh, I didn't even read what she said. Alright, let's go with the boring. Oh. I want to see what she said. Well, you don't even mean anything. Alright. Just spam clicking the save and reload buttons now. Let's say mine's boring. Well, I win that for what it's worth. Exciting is usually good anyway. Well, who wants to live a boring life? Alright, so let's bounce. Okay, what should we do then? Let's find out. Ah, it's full yelling. Alright, so she still dies from not really. We haven't actually left this place, though. Alright, see how far the branch goes. Reload. Let's hope for something more proactive. So it's gotta be something from the change in plans line, right? Yes, this is definitely a date disaster. You know what? We're gonna go for burgers because I want to see how she dies. To the Burger Shack. Oh, wow, everything smells so good. Yeah, but it's not a Fuddruckers, so... Not a good burger. It's probably still a good burger place. Seriously, though, if you've ever been to a Fuddruckers, those are amazing. What else when you mention this place? It's out of the way and kind of sketchy neighborhood. Ah, dang it. It looks great. Like the bacon burger with extra ketchup. She's allergic to ketchup. What are you having? Swiss cheese and mushroom all the way. I'm sorry, it's just a good burger. All burgers are good. Meal is served. Dig in after a few bites. Uh-oh. Don't look wistful. We better quick save over the wistfulness. My dad would have loved this place. He would have been right at home. Really love burgers, and this place has great ambience. Sighs and pokes at a burger. Your dad, she rewards your question with a brittle smile. Just falling apart at the seams there. Left mom and me when I was 6. It's directly at you for the first time since the meal was served. Sorry, I didn't mean to dump that on you out of the blue. I'm just not used to thinking about him. Honestly, I don't think it's ever come up since we moved here. Mom still tries to call him sometime, but I... Clearly, her dad took off, and he's the one that has, like, done some evil pact with something, and that's why she's died, like, 5,000 times since we started this game. It's easier if I just don't think about him. You have a much warmer smile this time. About my personal soap opera life, I refuse to be upset in the face of such delicious hamburgers. There's another baby of her hamburger and chokes to death. So I've been thinking lately about school and what comes after. There's some kind of commotion coming from outside. Felicia cranes her neck to try to see, and like a hubcap just comes through the window and just slices clean through her neck. Have you seen any of the new Resident Evil game? The part where the shovel goes through the one guy's head? Yeah, cleaner than that. By the way, that's so clean that I'm convinced he spends his free time sharpening the shovel. What's going on? Is something happening out there? Yeah, it's quick save o'clock. It sounds like someone shouting. Suddenly there's loud noise from outside. Excessive loud. Oh, jeez. I don't think guns sound like firecrackers, but okay. Takes you a moment for the red stain spreading across her shirt to register. Felicia looks down in uncomprehending shock. I think I've been shot. You think? I'm pretty sure it's not ketchup. Then, ever so slowly, she crumples into the booth. Vaguely aware of more gunfire from outside, but all I can hear is Felicia's labored breathing, each ragged breath sounding louder than anything else in the world. Might have been minutes or centuries later when the ambulance arrives. A kind man with sad eyes loads her onto the gurney and rushes her off. Tells you not to worry and that everything will be alright, but you know he's lying. You heard the ragged breathing stop. You saw the light fade from her eyes. You never do find out what caused the gunfight on the streets, or in the streets. Dang it, I ruined it. Some gang scuffle or a drug deal gone wrong or something. All you saw was the terrible aftermath. Dang it! Alright. But now we have information that lets me feel comfortable doing this line of things. Let's do that. It's really not funny if you try to make a joke. With death threat, what's going on? What kind of... You're starting to creep me out. I don't think there's somewhere safe for her to be on a date with us, to be honest. Terrible danger. Let's try that one. It's pretty weird. Shot, drowning in the ocean. I feel like I can't tell her ninja, sea monster. Probably car or shot. Oh, you were too much. How do you know it's not going to be happening? I'm sorry, do you know how the gun control laws work? They're pretty... I mean, I'm not gonna go into it, but... Just saying. Oh my gosh, do you think the car crash was us in another timeline? Seriously though, people have guns. You can get shot. It happens. How can I convince you? Alright, let's try the dad thing. Why would you even bring that up? How do you even know about that? You talking to mom or stalking me or something? I'm not sure I'm comfortable with you digging around in my personal info or personal life like that. I think I'm gonna call off dinner night. He's creeped me out enough to get out of dinner at any rate. You'll find something. Self will talk tomorrow, I guess. And then the airplane. Felicia, my darling, how do we save you? Make the joke, haha, nice, but seriously, where are we getting dinner? Get you someplace safe. She's going to laugh off all of these. Like, this option doesn't matter. I'm not gonna give in and have dinner. Alright, so let's say the very specific thing. There's a stunned silence for a moment. How did you... Are you looking into my room somehow? That's... How would I be looking into your room? That's really not cool, okay? Really not cool. Done, and I'm not having... Dang it! Felicia! Felicia, you summoned the airplane with that. Alright, now let's go on a normal date. By the way, I'm determined to figure this out. Alright, so save her life. In a game, she died. Alright, moving on from paralysis. Alright, keep accusing me of being a crazy stalker. Aha, seriously, you're serious? What were we doing to make me think you were a stalker? Alright, let's say that one. That makes sense. I am pretty paranoid, and if you dumped that on me all at once, I'd probably freak out. I mean, I kind of freaked out as is, but I think I'm at least going to point... Or, I'm at least to the point where I'm willing to accept that something weird is going down, you know? I guess the trick is, how do you convince me to trust you in a hurry? Kind of a tough one. I guess you need to be able to tell me something non-threatening, but also mysterious enough to pique my interest. Felicia, thank you for telling us about you. So even if I wasn't sure how you did it, be interested enough to play along, huh? When calling you a crazy stalker, there would need to be something that you couldn't possibly know even if you were stalking me. So, let me think. This is hard. Alright, let's quick save. I'm gonna get all of these. I mean, 1190 dozen? How did you know about that? That would work, but I was talking about it with my mom just last week. Try to come up with something else. Oh, I got an idea. I had a sort of secret name for one of my favorite places, actually. It's on Morris Hill outside town. I don't think I ever told anyone this, but in my head at least, I always called it the local Hogwarts pickup stop. Oh, Felicia, you're precious. I may have fantasized about being carried out to Hogwarts when I was little. Don't judge me. You know what? I don't think anybody that comes to this channel can judge you. I wasn't even huge into Harry Potter. I'm not judging you. Anyways, I'm near positive. I never told anyone about that. Hopefully they'll do the trick. This will help save my life. And then murder. So let's go for a drive instead. Oh, yeah, that. Okay, I think we got it. Actually, there's been a slight change in plan. Meet me at the local Hogwarts pickup stop, and I'll tell you all about it. Really? You didn't just sit there and think, huh, how'd you know about that? There we go. Wait. I didn't even know about the local Hogwarts pickup stop. Talk about the same place? Let me think. No, I'm positive I never told anybody about that. Alright, we might be saving Felicia. She didn't even write in her diary, and we now know that Felicia had a diary. So there's no way you can know about that. That thing that you just said. It's not scientifically possible. You are not scientifically possible. Felicia, please. But you got me really curious now. Alright, there we go. We might be saving our date. Something weird is clearly going on around here, and it involves my secret Hogwarts pickup stop. So I aim to get to the bottom of it. Okay, here's what we'll do. I'll go to that spot now. You'll come and meet me there. Meet up at the same spot, the spot which there's no possible way you can know about. Then you will have a lot of explaining to do. There's a click as the phone is hung up. Quick save! Out to Morris Hill, only to find Felicia has gotten there ahead of you. Given that she lives further away, you assume this means she was in a hurry. The hell's peaceful, and the stars are just starting to come out. It's the whole town spread out in front of you. Felicia doesn't say anything until you approach, and doesn't even seem to be looking for you, or at you. Only after you sit down next to her does she finally acknowledge your presence. Alright, I'm here. and you have some explaining to do. Or the big question, just what exactly is going on? Tell me the truth. Alright. Safe. Felicia, we're gonna get you. Alright, can't handle the truth. I'm a wizard in the future. Vampires, let's say video game. Alright, go on. This isn't the first time I've played through. Oh, you did tell me in an earlier playthrough. Let's go with that one. So it was me that told you, and I just don't remember it because it didn't happen this session or something. I guess that makes sense in a Twilight Zone sort of way. It completely does. This is such a weird game. I'm really enjoying it. I'm sincerely hoping we finally got this. Also, just save every time I get an option. Trying to find a good ending. I haven't found one yet. I haven't seen much of the game of the plan. I haven't split its path yet. Keep dying in stupid ways, and the game ends, and I'm trying to figure out how to keep you alive. Let's try the good ending. Oh, so us going out to dinner as planned must have been a bad ending, then. What exactly happened at dinner? You died in a lot of stupid ways. Oh, that's pretty vague. Wait a minute, from the way you said it. Probably how many times have you watched me die? Oh, geez, we've seen her die 21 times. Jeez. No idea, and you counted each one? No, the king gave me that number. I'm trusting you got it. Yep, no, we're gonna be smooth, every single one. I had no idea. So let me get this straight. You're playing a game in which I seem destined to die if we go out to dinner. So this time, you convinced me to come here instead of going to dinner, because if we go to dinner, I'm basically doomed. Yes. So what does it mean now, since we didn't go dinner and am I in the clear? Probably not. Don't yet know yet. Let's find out. I haven't seen this one yet, but I'm hopeful. And then we can just be assholes about it. Alright. I haven't seen this one. Well, you're apparently the expert on me dying. That's probably a good sign. So now what? So we just talk and see what happens? This is all too big for me to take in at once. Kind of out of my depth here. She laughed suddenly. I was going to say that I've never been in this situation before, so I'm not really sure how to react. If what you said is true, I've been in this situation a lot of times so far, and you know what, Felicia, you're right. Still don't know how to react, though I'm kind of in shock and going on autopilot. I really want to not believe you about any of this, but somehow I know you're telling me the truth. Yeah, I'd be upset that somebody was telling me the truth about me dying a lot, too. Here we are. We successfully cheated my death, even if it's for only a little bit. What should we talk about? Night, silence surrounds you. Huh. For a moment, neither of you can really see anything amiss. An emotion catches your eye. Felicia obviously sees it too. At first, it just looks like shadows flowing from rooftop to rooftop. Are those ninjas? That is the correct answer, or replied. Alright. That's like it. They look like ninjas to you? Yeah, if we had Thai food, we would have been killed when they attacked the restaurant. That's stupid. Ninjas are Japanese. Why would they show up at a Thai restaurant? Maybe yours is kind of absurd, you know. Just leap from rooftop to rooftop, almost irritably in the fluidity of their motion. They reach through the Thai restaurant, they regroup, and then, in one smooth movement, flip over the roof and into the windows. Faint sound of yelling reaches you atop the hill. Suddenly there's a light, a movement in the sky. A moment later, another. The sky is full of them. Shooting stars are raining from the sky, your own personal celestial fireworks display, and one somehow lands and hits her in the head. Oh, this is beautiful. Did you know these would be here? This is why you picked the spot? Gaze up in silent wonder. Alright, let's talk about the taco place. Set toward the water. After a moment, she gives a small gasp. Taco place is covered in motion. At first, it's difficult to tell exactly what's going on, when your brain starts to piece together what you're seeing. The entire building is covered in tentacles, livid green in the harsh illumination of the outdoor lamps. The thrashing of the water, it is clear that they are attached to something truly massive. You know, as per usual. It becomes visible, though. Instead, the Taco's Palace... I want tacos so bad now, guys. Taco Palace's supports buckle, and with a groan, the whole building is pulled into the churning water. Felicia's quiet, watching it sink under the waves. You know, I never thought I'd say this, but some of these ways I apparently die are straight out of B movies. You know what, Felicia, you're 100% right, but I'm a fan of B movies, so it's fine. Sort of. When the shooting stars catches your eyes, it looks especially bright. Oh wow, look at that one. Oh no! No! Monstrous roaring noise, it gets bigger and bigger. There's a flash, and a boom that you feel through your feet as much as your ears. And you can see again, there's a smoking crater, centered almost exactly where Felicia was sitting. Her hair, still on fire, gently drifts to the ground at your feet. It's the only thing that survived the meteor's impact. We were so close. Alright, so even that takes a few tries. But we're almost there. Alright, she would have died there. Move her to the other side of the bench. Okay, more cheating death, I assume? So, would it be this time? Meteor lands on my head or something? Yeah, shooting star, right where you're sitting. Wait, are you serious? Is it just me, or are these deaths getting more and more improbable? There's the opposite side of the bench. So if the death was averted, what kills me after that? Or am I in the clear? I don't know. We have no idea. Oh, exciting. I like Felicia. She's just like, this is still fun, even though I'm probably gonna die. Given that I've already died several times today, you'll understand if I remain a bit on edge. There's the bright one. Where Felicia had been sitting before she moved. It's exciting. You even warned me and everything, and it was still scary. Yeah, because something just impacted the world next to us. Just consider there's silent, fiery cascade across the sky. What's that? Look, the stars are changing color. Don't realize that she's right. The shooting stars are changing. Where before they were just white scratches against the sky, they are slower streaks, all of different colors. Maybe moving more slowly as well. The larger ones passes almost directly overhead. I don't like that at all. Looks a little odd though. It almost seems like, oh come on. Flying saucers? Seriously? Felicia, she knows. She understands. This is ridiculous. I mean, criticize, but this game of yours is not even taking itself seriously anymore. And in that moment, there's a blinding green light, and a sound not unlike a giant rubber band twinging. Great description for a rubber band. Shaft of light lances down from the saucers overhead and bathes you both in greenish radiance. Just enough time to hear Felicia mutter seriously. For you're both reduced to stardust in the alien's cosmic rays. I don't know. I think we found the best way to go. Don't worry, Felicia. We're gonna get you. I want to see where this goes. If everybody serious, then should be going to Taco Place. What are you dying? I wish I could figure out how to win this. Do you have any ideas? What am I missing here? Move to the other side of the bench. Buys you another 5 minutes. Figures. So gets me next time. Aliens invade. Like from across the border? Or Felicia! Space kind for real, you're serious. Stage just keeps getting less and less plausible. I kind of want to make a save there. Basically, so I don't have to keep going back, like, really, really far. Okay, so there will be space aliens. What comes after that? I don't know. Got it. One thing at a time, I guess. Alright. Shooting star. you what you're missing is the answer to a puzzle. Although if you want my opinion, I think you might also be missing a clear idea of exactly what it will look like when you find it. Let's think through it. Gotten this far by saving and loading your games to make sure that you never make mistakes, right? But now you're worried that you might not actually, or there might not actually be a choice you can make that leads to what you want. You reach the end of what you accomplish, or can accomplish with good choices. All that's left are the bad choices, right? What else could you do, right? Those are all bad ones, then you either have to pick one anyway or stop playing by the game's rules. She was wearing a hat? Alright, Felicia's wearing a hat. Really feels with a hat for a moment. Did you ever see the movie Groundhog Day with Bill? What's his name? Felicia! I was in love with you until you forgot Bill Murray's name. I'm not even finishing this game. I'm out of here. I do remember that movie. Oh, cool. Wasn't it a great movie? Anyways, I was just thinking about how the movie ended. Kept doing all the things with the townsfolk and making changes, but ultimately he couldn't get out until he changed himself in some way. I wonder if it's sort of like that. Obviously, it isn't a perfect analogy. Maybe the choice you need to make to win isn't something that you can do, but rather something you have to be. I mean, what if the date just came to an end and it was fine? Why do you think you keep dying? Hey, it's kind of a personal question. That was adorable. Oh no, I'm not really sure how to answer that. I haven't exactly been kicking over tombstones or tripping over old gypsy ladies or anything lately. I can honestly say that this is a bit outside my experience. It's outside of everyone's experience, Felicia. Don't you worry, dear. I don't really have any idea why this keeps happening. You can go about diagnosing something like that. Excuse me, Dr. Gitter. Can you tell me why I'm doomed? Alright, next time I go to the doctor, I swear to all of you, that's gonna be what I say. Also, random horse on the side. I just noticed. I mean, I don't know. Let's think about this. How does it actually work in video games? Maybe I'm supposed to die a tragic death? Like air... I'm not gonna say that name. Because, first of all, the debate over how to say her name. Second of all, I've never decided how I want to say her name. Whoa, spoiler alert. Let's go on. And maybe it's like that. I'm supposed to die in order to, you know, embolden you, strengthen your resolve, so you can complete your epic quest. Hee. On the other hand, if the game always ends right after I die, there are a bunch of ways I can die, and that doesn't seem to, or that does seem to imply that you're supposed to find a way to avoid it. Suppose... I guess I'll take this the wrong way, but... You say I keep dying because of you. But... On one hand, you could say I keep dying because we haven't figured out how to save me yet. On a deeper level, you could say I keep dying because you keep playing. For example, if you stopped after the first time I died, then I would have only died once. Not saying that's preferable, but what would happen to me, to the world, if you just stopped playing? Would I stay dead? What if you quit the game before I died? What happens to characters in a story if the storyteller stopped before he's done? I don't know if that's telling me that I should be stopping now. Feel silent again, watching the shooting stars. Look, I think your aliens have arrived. The city is burning. Sure enough, the air is now full of flying saucers whizzing about. Several buildings are visibly on fire. At least you're right about, well, all of this. Probably safe to stop hoping that this is all sort of a trick or something. Somehow, though, I knew ever since we came up here that what you were saying was true. Alright. I waited for it like this. It feels braver somehow, facing it head on. I guess that's the end. Any last words for me? This is... I guess the ending the author had in mind. How should I know? We've already established that I'm probably not a good source of insight into the author's mind. That being said, though, somehow I doubt it. Alright. But I'll see you again I know you just have to look somehow. Even if I won't remember any of this next time around, I'm glad I got to be here. Thanks for everything. I mean, for going through so much trouble on my account and all. You'll figure it out, I'm sure. But she actually smiles at that. The self-absurd set against a backdrop of destruction. You too, you take care, you hear? You find what you're looking for. I want to save her. I'm starting to wonder if there's actually a good ending, because that's the closest we've gotten to, like, anything. Let me run through that a second time, because it's saying I would lose unsaved progress. In fact, let's go ahead and make that the save. She told us in an earlier playthrough. Wait, what? We were having dinner somewhere where shootouts happened? I just playing on the taco place or something. From the way you said it. 26 times is what we're up to. Oh, I can't decide if that makes the whole thing more or less macabre. Make this straight. You're playing a game in which I seem destined to die if we go out to dinner. Still kind of doomed. Alright, we'll talk about different things. Certainly have a vested interest. I'll obviously do whatever I can to help. So what now? I'm sorry I clicked through a thing without reading it out loud. I'm so invested in getting to the ending of this. Also, if you guys are commenting in the Twitch thing, I can't see it right now because it keeps saying it can't connect to chat for reasons that, you know, it has. Alright. Didn't mean to quick save that, but it's fine. My depth here. She laughs suddenly. Because I have never been in this situation before. You've been in this situation before. What should we talk about? Okay, step one, other side of the bench. Aliens. I mean, we don't know what comes after the aliens, to be honest. That's a pretty good question. I assume you mean about the game you're playing. You have to admit, game or not, it's the right kind of question to be pondering on a hilltop, looking at the stars. Heck, I can't see the game. I mean, I see the absurd things that have been going on tonight. The explanation rings true and all. From my point of view, I'm not in the game, and it's still a good question. Maybe the answer's the same? Basically asking why do bad things happen, right? That's something people have been asking since forever. Alright, we're getting kind of deep here, and I want to see her response to both of these. So I'll get a satisfactory answer in the game. Maybe kind of a tall order, so maybe it's not what the game is about. The question might be tangential to whatever the author is trying to tell you. So we're not asking the right question then. Well, the game is clearly about something. I know what the game looks like from your end, but from mine, well... I can't see anyone going through the trouble of making a game as weird as this without having something on their mind when they wanted to say it. Hey, I can read what you guys are saying. Is there an actual good ending? Is the ending that you stop playing? So what does the game look like anyways? To me, it just looks like, you know, life. What's it like for you? Pictures and choices. Menu. I saved this way too much. Oh, it sounds pretty low budget. That's too bad I'm not actually real and my whole existence is actually a lie and all that. It would have been nice to at least know a high budget lie with nice graphics. Or it was a high budget lie with nice graphics. Alright, there's the shooting stars. There's 3 good endings? Am I even remotely close to them? I don't think the purpose is to look at the taco place. We can get, like, a better conversation. We've had this conversation. We've had that conversation too, didn't we? No, we had these two. Why is this game so hard? It's hard because it's trying to tell one of us something. I guess the other option is just that you're bad at games. Oh, there's 3 ending states with kind of positive... Okay. So it's not happily ever after endings, it's just better endings. So the other option is that you're bad at games. It's true. Well, like, you've already made it a ways in this one, and if you avert my death multiple times already... Maybe the problem is that you're looking for the wrong thing? Get this far by saving and reloading mistakes until you had a day where you just did everything perfectly, right? Now we're here. Which honestly is kind of perfect in its own way. You know that I'm probably gonna die soon. It's still kind of magical. So quiet for a moment. Which reminds me of a different game now that I think of it. Heck yeah, I played Chrono Trigger. Even though I never say it right. Oh, I saw one of the good ones? Oh, it was the one good one where we didn't go on the date at all and she, like, lived and got married and stuff? Is that the answer? Just like, look, you need to be without me. Looking great. I had that ending, though, that reminds me of this. Remember how the game ended if you died? Whenever you hit a game over, it would show you the world of the future right as the disaster hit. Explosion spread across the sky, you saw the planet from space, slowly turning gray. But then I had this horrible alien sound and words appearing saying, but the future refused to change. Gave me chills as a kid, honestly. A little more powerful than just a generic game over screen. It just remind me of this because, yeah, all of this. Basically trying to do the same thing, fix the bad future that you know is coming. Keeps your future budge. See, now I'm gonna be obsessed with figuring out the good ending, or the other air quotes good ending by myself. It's like, I know the link's right there, but I refuse. I'm not sure what you suggest, or what to suggest. If you were playing Chrono Trigger, you couldn't go punch an alien until the future got better. Which might not be applicable to this problem, though. Besides, it was such a good game. Alright, so... that's the spot she was sitting. I'm always torn between making like a full save and an F5. What if you just said nothing and watched the stars? As you just ignore everything and watch the spectacle taking place in the sky above you. I have to admit, it's rather breathtaking. Like watching fireworks as if there's no beginning and no ending. Just a constant stream of fire across the night. Alicia's the first to break the silence. Have you ever thought about how stories work? Yes, I do. Oh, cool, me too. I used to think about them all the time. Not about particular stories, but about how they work as a medium and why we love them so much. You ever thought about where a story lives, like where it, I don't know how to really say, where it exists? I used to think that stories lived in, books or in the mind of the person telling the story or whatever. I think stories live in the brain of whoever's listening to it. When someone tells us a story, we go along with whatever they say. That's the easiest thing to do. What if they stopped telling us to do that? What if someone told you a story and then stopped before telling you how it ends? The story dead forever? Doomed to be forever? See, it keeps implying that I should just stop playing. Oh, both of the other endings are not possible within a normal walkthrough? Or playthrough? What do you have to do? Hack the game? What if you like the story and want an ending even if you don't start it? Or allowed to finish it yourself? So it keeps implying that the good ending is to just stop playing the game. Which is some real Pony Island level stuff. Even though I've heard that you're supposed to go back into Pony Island, which is terrifying to me. Anyhow, but Pony Island varies for everybody that plays Pony Island. Continuing on. It's your head at that point, right? Or it's in your head at that point, right? You can do whatever you want with it. What's going to stop you? Or who's going to stop you? And then, what if they did finish telling you the story, but you just didn't like how it ended? What if you just decided that it ended a different way than they said? I feel like that's a hint to, hack into the game. Oh, did I guess both things? Very active storytelling is itself a deeply collaborative story, right? They have to tell you a story and you have to play it on your own mind. Well, they tell you that's how it works, right? What would happen if the audience rebelled and played a different story in their minds than the one that was being told? Would the story be any less valid or real? Could you stop reading before you get to the last page and write your own? I would like to argue with that, because as somebody who has written fanfiction once or twice in their life, if you don't like the ending, it's still the official ending no matter what you want. I just changed the ending because I disagree with it. Yet again, as someone who has written fanfiction for a better ending, or just sat and talked one out because they were pissed about an ending. It's the official ending no matter what you want. You suggesting that I just, imagine a better ending? Yeah, I guess so. This is a game, right? If the regular storyteller isn't collaborative enough already, game storytelling kicks it up a whole new level. Book or a movie, the author can at least know, the author can at least know that you'll read everything exactly as he wrote it. Someone running a game, though, already has to cede a ton of control to the player just to make a game. This is, really meta. Player can already make the game tell an entirely different story than the one the author envisioned, just in how they play. Maybe they make the hero die instead of save the day. Maybe they don't turn out to be bad enough dude to save the president after all. So, if you can do that, do you even need the game to tell you the rest of the story? If I'm in a story and the ultimate controller of the story is you, theoretically, you should be able to just decide that it ends however you want, and it will. Let's give that a try. I have faith. You can make the story go wherever you want. All you have to do is stop listening to the game's plans for the story and start following your own. Although, if you're taking suggestions in the ending, might I suggest that I'd love to win the lottery and own a private tropical island. Just saying. So you're still here. I'm still here. Rather than mingling the story by reloading, restarting, and undoing your choices after you see where they led. Why are you getting cold feet now? What's the problem here? Seriously, quit the game. Walk away. Or whatever ending you want for me in your head. Alright. My ending is that we were on a date with Felicia Day, and it was a wild, wacky time, as any time involving Felicia Day is. And yeah, we just walk off, and that's clearly we give her a kiss on the cheek goodnight. Gotta be polite and stuff. Don't just go for the face. And yeah. I think I'm gonna call that the ending of the game. Just her basically giving us the freedom to control her future and be like, yeah, just think of something else for me. I'm tired of being abducted by aliens. This sucks. That was a really weird game. Like, I went into this thinking that there actually was a good ending that you had to, like, work towards. And that ended up not being the case, but at the same time, we got so many endings, guys. Like, I'm wondering if there's bad endings that we missed, to be honest. Alright. Well, that's my headcanon for the official ending, but I will click my way through this to see what, you know, shenanigans happened before the aliens. But I will close it before the aliens, because, like, in my headcanon, the aliens, like, come down and we're like, that's totally sweet. And the aliens are like, yo, you guys want to, like, go do cool stuff in spaceships? And we're like, yeah, totally. And we ride around for a few hours, just, you know, me and Felicia Day hanging out, although for some reason I'm whatever gender I am on the date. Yeah, we just have a baller time. At some point we eat popcorn, because popcorn is good. Reimagine by yourself to be, or will be every bit as real and valid as whatever the game is telling you to imagine. Why are you still here? Why haven't you started writing your own ending yet? Tell me where things go now. It doesn't work like that. It is very hard to walk away while still telling me a story. Oh, I say it's hard for you. Because, of course, you're not the one who's going to die shortly in the story. Again. Alright, fine. You know what? I'm going to see if I can't force the issue. Here's what I'm going to do. I sit right here and wait for the aliens to show up. Jeez, I sound like a crazy person when I say that. Look, you're different to me, too. That's the point. I'm still mad at you. So you can walk away from the game before they show up to kill me, and then you can fill in whatever story you want. Or sit, watch it die again, knowing that you can't full well... Wait. Or that you... Knowing that you full well... I feel like I don't know how to stop it. And you either won't or can't. Jesus, they're glaring at you. And quickly, I think some flying saucers in the sky now. Oh, here they come. I hope you make up your mind soon. Alright. So, the green light is like pulling us into the spaceship. And we hang out the aliens. Apparently, we bang the aliens. You know, everybody is dressed like it's a disco because I like disco clothing. And yeah, we just have a baller time partying on spaceships. So, I hope you guys have enjoyed the game. You know, I thought it was February, and we're doing Freebuary, so we'll do, like, a date night and free game combination, which I think worked out pretty well. If you guys have suggestions for, like, other games like this, I know most of them are done on web pages. I can figure out how to make that work, don't worry. Although I'll have to turn off every notification I can possibly get from other things. Anyways, but yeah, I figured next time we'll do another, some sort of, like, weird dating game. Because that just seems to fit the month. Alright, I'm Cheap, yet again. Thanks for coming to the stream. My information's below if you want to see the YouTube channel. I'm also on Twitter. And, of course, I'm here. Bye!